Amazon is set to invest $25 billion in Anthropic. $5 billion is immediately going to Anthropic, while the remaining 20 billion is going to be set by specific milestones. On the flip side, Anthropic has committed $100 billion. Uh, like I don't think investment's the right word, but they're going to spend $100 billion on AWS infrastructure and usage over the next decade. So it's another example of one of those cyclical deals that everyone loves.
It's not a closed circle, but which I think the part that I think people get wrong about cyclical deals is that it's not Amazon paying or buying Anthropic product and then Anthropic buys Amazon product. It's consumer or businesses buying Anthropic product, Amazon buying shares in Anthropic, which sort of like ensures that they have enough money, investment capital to continue to build out their products and not worry about profitability. And Anthropic continues to be an Amazon customer. So this is not exactly circular because the consumer part and businesses that are paying Anthropic have nothing to do with Amazon, and they have, it's not money going in a direct circle. So this is a fantastic way, in my opinion, for NVIDIA, Amazon, hyperscalers in general to be using their money to make sure that these companies remain their customers as opposed to somebody else's customers, because Google could potentially start investing in Anthropic and get their cloud deals instead of Amazon, right? So they're all fighting to make sure that they remain their customer, and it helps the ecosystem essentially continue to grow rapidly with investment money that all of these companies need. I think it's a perfectly good use of capital. I love it. Amazon, I think, owns something like 20% of Anthropic now, which is pretty amazing. And if Anthropic becomes a multi-trillion-dollar company, for every trillion, that 20% is worth another $200 billion to Amazon. So it's all around goodness as far as, I'm concerned. I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are on it.
I agree. Overall positive. I mean, especially Anthropic, for those who don't know. So their main product is Claude, which seems to be at the front runner right now for engineer AI use. I know we've been using it internally at Savvy Trader and Earnings Hub, and it seems like they've just been killing it. The main reason for that is their focus from the beginning has been for developers as opposed to OpenAI, which has been more generic. They're trying to be the best at everything, which is easier said than maybe done. What are your thoughts on this deal as it relates to companies like Micron and the memory shortage?
Oh, yeah. I mean, by the way, part of this deal was something like Amazon committing to 5 gigawatts of data centers, which is
Mhm.
like, it's kind of mind-blowing numbers, but every 1 gigawatt data center costs roughly $10 billion to build out. So Amazon is basically committing to building out $50 billion worth of data centers in order to comply and like address the needs of their customers like Anthropic. So every one of these data centers is going to be flushed with. Oop,
You're back.
did I get lost for a second there? But
Yeah, at first I thought it was me, but it was you.
so these data centers are going to need NVIDIA chips, but then besides the chips, the AI chips, they're going to need memory, high bandwidth memory, and storage space, the NAND flash storage solutions that both of which Micron is one of the leaders in, and one of only 3 companies that makes these products. So it just the AI craze just continues to be moving in such a way that there does not seem to be, no one can easily predict when the plateau is going to happen. And therefore this is extremely good for not just NVIDIA, but also for Micron, who's very supply constrained and will continue to be supply constrained in the at least foreseeable 1, 2, 3 years into the future. The 1 year is almost guaranteed because they've already said that they've sold out the next year's capacity, but it appears that maybe even 2 or 3 years, they're going to be supply constrained as well, which based on current growth rates, Micron might become a 300-400 billion-dollar revenue company before it plateaus, right? Or before the growth slows down significantly. So the cyclical argument for Micron just seems to be extremely weak, and every day it just gets weaker as these deals continue to flourish and multiple gigawatts of data centers are planned for and keep coming online. So I continue to be extremely bullish for Micron's future.